Could this be a push? Could this be a final push for a sign of things to come? Lynne Roberts, head coach, LA Sparks, planting seeds in the ground for Caitlin Clark to blossom and eventually put on a LA Sparks uniform. The talks will...
The Los Angeles Sparks, a team many had overlooked in recent years, are reportedly making a determined effort to position themselves as a future destination for Caitlin Clark. Leading that vision is new head coach Lynne Roberts, who spent 9 successful seasons building a strong program at Utah before making the jump to the WNBA. With a fresh coaching staff and renewed ambitions, the Sparks are looking to reshape their future, and speculation about Caitlin's potential fit has become a major topic of conversation.
Clark traded to LA. A nightmare situation for Indiana. Is this actually happening? Looking at the YouTube WNBA influencers, they are convinced that Caitlin Clark will be traded to the LA Sparks. The thought process here is that Adam Silver doesn't like what's going on in Indiana. Caitlin Clark is too big of a ticket for Indiana, a small market. So they're going to move Clark out of there, move her to LA, and get a bigger, better TV contract next year. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Is Caitlin Clark is going to be traded soon. And if you follow the rabbit hole, it all sounds real. It all sounds on purpose, and it all makes sense. Caitlin Clark to LA Sparks.
Let's break down every part of this story. We'll examine what the Los Angeles Sparks are reportedly trying to build, take a closer look at Stephanie White's coaching approach and the decisions that have drawn attention, and explore the ongoing debate surrounding how the league has handled its biggest star throughout the season. Finally, we'll look at why more people are beginning to question whether Indiana is still the right long-term home for Caitlin Clark, as speculation about her future continues to grow.
Goes to LA. What do you guys think? I mean, she'd be back with what? Cameron Brink? Kelsey Plum is over there. Kate Martin is there right now. They have some good players. I just don't know if Caitlin Clark is an LA girl. I mean, she's definitely a Midwest, person. Will she fit in LA? I mean, with Cam and that team, I don't know. Maybe the spotlight.
Lynne Roberts arrived in Los Angeles with a reputation for building successful programs, not simply taking over established ones. During her 9 seasons at Utah, she transformed the team into a consistent NCAA tournament contender and earned widespread respect for her leadership. Now leading the Sparks, her goal is to return the franchise to championship contention as quickly as possible. Since taking the job, Roberts has been proactive in reshaping the roster, including signing former Iowa standout Kate Martin to a standard WNBA contract and adding Kiana Williams as part of the team's rebuilding effort. She has also spoken openly about creating a competitive foundation for the future. Like any coach aiming to elevate a franchise, Roberts understands the value of adding a true superstar, someone capable of changing both the team's performance and its national profile. With Caitlin Clark continuing to dominate headlines across women's basketball, speculation about her long-term future naturally fuels conversations about whether a team like the Sparks could someday become a destination, even though no such move has been confirmed.
So man, if you haven't heard, Kate Money Martin, man, just got signed to a standard contract with the LA Sparks, man. And this was much deserved and needed because the WNBA needs Kate Martin on a team. And they had to make room to do this, so thank you to Nia Latson. But we talking about Kate Martin, we already know from Iowa with the face of the league, the baby goat, Caitlin Clark. Also one of the people that have the top selling basketball jerseys in the WNBA and has had it since she came in. But she also has the skill to be on the team. So this is good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people is happy about this.
What has fueled even more speculation is the direction the Sparks have taken with their roster. The addition of Kate Martin, who spent years playing alongside Caitlin Clark at Iowa, immediately caught the attention of fans because of the strong chemistry the two developed in college. Bringing in a familiar teammate has led many observers to wonder whether the organization is thinking about future possibilities rather than just immediate results. While the Sparks have never publicly stated that these moves are part of a plan to pursue Caitlin, some believe the roster is gradually being shaped in a way that could appeal to her if she ever became available. For now, those ideas remain speculation, but the team's recent decisions have certainly added to the conversation about what Los Angeles could be building for the future.
After tonight's game, I'm pissed, and I'm clearly not alone in my sentiments, but the league has a serious officiating issue, and the fact that the way that they treat their generational talent is truly disgusting. The calls tonight were insane, or the no calls tonight were insane.
To understand why so many people connect Caitlin Clark to teams like the Sparks, it's important to look at the level she has reached in 2026. In her third WNBA season, the 24-year-old has elevated her game again, averaging a career-best 21.2 points per game through 17 appearances while earning her third consecutive All-Star selection. During that stretch, the Indiana Fever held an 11-8 record, with Caitlin continuing to lead the team's offense. Her impact extends well beyond the court. She remains the biggest television draw in women's professional basketball, with the Fever's June 6 matchup against the New York Liberty averaging 2.557 million viewers on CBS, making it the most watched WNBA game of the season and one of the most watched women's basketball broadcasts on any network in the 21st century. Those numbers highlight why any franchise would view a player of Caitlin's caliber as a transformational talent capable of changing both a team's success and its national profile.
Have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had two cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say again, absolutely unacceptable.
Steph, do you think that the league needs to look into how Caitlin Clark is defended or how she's officiated going forward?
I mean, we spent all off season looking at officiating. All off season. And I still say the one thing that we keep asking for is consistency. She is not called the same way everybody else is called.
One of the biggest talking points of the season came after Indiana's matchup with Portland on May 31st. Early in the game, head coach Stephanie White substituted Caitlin Clark, and the Fever eventually suffered a 100-84 defeat. During a second-quarter timeout, television cameras captured what appeared to be an emotional discussion between Clark and White, quickly fueling debate among fans and analysts. After the game, White explained that the substitution was part of the team's planned rotation, while both she and Clark described the exchange as a normal, competitive conversation rather than a personal disagreement. Even so, the moment continued to generate discussion, with many questioning whether the coaching decisions throughout the game gave the Fever's star player the best opportunity to lead the team. The incident became another example of how closely every interaction involving Caitlin is analyzed, both on the court and from the sidelines.
So I feel like, yes, just like you said about basketball, it was a flagrant 2, it was a flagrant 2. That should have never been done. You don't put your hand in someone's throw and damn near kick them on the floor. It's basketball game. What are we doing? And so obviously that was the right call. And as for death threats, it's so.
I've been on the other side of those, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I've been on the side of some players' rough play. So if there's anybody that could probably speak about this and being roughed up and being disrespected and whatever, it's probably me. But in terms of
the concerns surrounding Caitlin Clark's season extended beyond a single game. Before the latest setback, she had already appeared on the injury report as probable for 13 different games because of an ongoing back issue, raising questions about the physical toll of such a demanding schedule on a player still early in her career. Another major talking point came during Indiana's June 24th matchup with Phoenix, when a physical sequence involving Alyssa Thomas sparked widespread debate. Many fans believed Clark absorbed excessive contact that was not immediately penalized, while head coach Stephanie White later criticized the officiating, describing several missed calls as unacceptable. Following the game, the league suspended Thomas for one game after reviewing the incident. Clark, meanwhile, missed the next two contests as she continued dealing with a back injury that was reportedly aggravated during that matchup, adding to the discussion about player safety and officiating throughout the season.
I thought you're a young, wonderful basketball player.
The best.
Caitlin, I thought that she was treated rather rough, if you want to know the truth. That was a much different kind of an event. That was a pretty bad event.
Thanks.
But in this case, he didn't do anything
And
wrong.
do you know how bad the WNBA has to be doing when our president has to stop his busy schedule to talk about the WNBA? What? Good thing it was Caitlin, because if it wasn't for Caitlin, he would have had no reason to speak about the WNBA. That's just facts.
The conversation has now grown far beyond ordinary basketball debates. Some national sports analysts have argued that Caitlin Clark has faced unusually physical treatment, inconsistent officiating, and increasing tension as her profile continues to rise. Those opinions have added to an already intense public discussion about how the league handles its biggest stars. The issue drew even more attention when a group of U.S. lawmakers sent a letter to WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert requesting answers about player safety in several high-profile incidents involving Clark. In the letter, they described her as one of the league's most important players and questioned whether enough was being done to protect athletes from excessive on-court contact. With media members, fans, and public officials all weighing in, what began as a sports controversy has evolved into a much broader conversation about player safety, officiating, and the league's responsibility to protect its stars.
By this trash-ass head coach, this trash-ass organization. Trade her already. Just trade her. This is garbage, bro. I'm sick of watching this stuff. She was sabotaged today. The most she played was 3 minutes and 10 seconds at one time. That is sabotage. It's malpractice. There was no point in her even playing today if this is the plan. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man.
First of all, I know what you guys are going to ask, and I did think it was a flagrant foul. And our reffing just needs to be better. And, it's tough. Obviously, the refs are in a really difficult spot. It's one of the hardest jobs in the world, in my opinion, is to make calls. All you do is get yelled at the whole time by everybody. You're never winning. So I think for us, as the league's just got to do better protecting our players in that regard. I don't really think that it was up for debate. Obviously, it wasn't called in real time. You go back and watch the clip. I think it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of been a discussion for like 3 years now, and I think we really need to do a better job protecting the people in this league. And obviously, I've been involved in a few of those plays, but there's been plenty of others across the league that haven't got called. Go back and post game or whatever it is, teams submit clips, nothing really changes. So
this story has moved far beyond online speculation or fan-created theories. With well-known figures connected to the discussion, the possibility of Caitlin Clark eventually joining the Los Angeles Sparks has become a serious topic of conversation. As debate continues over her experiences during the season, many observers believe the idea of a future move to Los Angeles no longer feels impossible. Instead, they see it as a scenario that has gained momentum, especially as questions continue to surround her long-term future with the Indiana Fever.